Welcome everyone to another great week, man. The holidays are right here. Christmas week, Santa's in town. Santa is in town. Like his favorite elf would say, Santa is coming to town. My man, oh man, what a crazy week of football. I think this is the craziest week of football, Sunday football I've ever seen in my life. I think my fellow editors can agree with me on that. But before we start the show, let me introduce you to them. First up, we got the big Tony Monica over there. How you doing over there, buddy?
Lovely, baby.
Lovely. Then we got the little brother over there, John Paul. How you doing over there, brother?
I'm living, man, living.
I know your household's not happy because both teams lost on the Sunday. And one blew a lead.
All right, now, Dallas, Anna can't be too upset. Giants winning made them clinch.
That is true. All right, now you mentioned the Giants. What a shitty game named by the referee. Those referees should never officiate a game again in my life. Terry McCullough, ask the stupid referee, I'm good. Ref goes, I'm good. The ref then throw the flag like a jackass. Then, offensive defensive pass interference. And the freaking goal in the end zone. No put flags. Refs screwed the Washington football team.
Okay, so I'm going to smack the stupid out of you in 2 seconds here.
Please smack the stupid out of you. Please do.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, so one, if anything, the refs were pro Commandos the entire game. Okay, when the second fumble occurred, that must have been the fucking quickest whistle I've ever heard on a loose ball ever. All right, so if we go back and we look at that play, okay, Leonard Williams was surrounded by Giants defenders, picked up the ball, he would have scored a touchdown. The game would have been far gone. But no, the ref blew whistle faster than everything I've ever heard on a loose ball. You're supposed to let the play take place and then the review happen. So that's done. Also, if Redskins happen to have scored the game,
Commanders,
whatever, they're the no names for all I care. If they were to score, okay, just remember the Giants were up by 8. So they had to score a touchdown plus a 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion, okay, in the NFL is a 33% chance, which means they had a 1 in 3 chance of scoring the 2 points to tie the game, let alone win it.
There's still a chance of the Vikings did against
the Colts. There's still a chance. No, there's no chance.
What are you talking about?
There's no chance.
Not zero. 33 not zero, though.
So, game over.
That's still a chance.
Game over. Bye-bye.
33 is still a chance, but what are you talking about? No chance.
No chance.
And until it's not zero, that means that chance. The Vikings was down 33. Then zero chance. The 10% chance to win the game. They still came and won the game. So shut up over there. What are you talking over there nonsense? Tony, John Paul, what do you got to say?
You're trying to shit on my parade, bitch, when your team sucks a dick.
I'm not shitting for your team, but I'm
the
refs helped y'all win. The refs helped y'all win. The refs screwed the Washington Commanders.
Okay, so you didn't think they screwed Leonard Williams on that play? You don't think that was the fastest whistle? You don't think that was the fastest whistle on the loose ball?
I whistled faster than that before, pal.
No. Yeah. Okay, and then, which the TV got off of really, really quickly. Okay, there was a 3rd and 6. The ball was thrown to Darius Slayton over to the right-hand side. Meanwhile, James, I can't remember. He was being dragged down at the 50-yard line, and no flag was thrown. So if we're going to say the refs blew the game, they didn't blow it for just Washington. They blew it for the entire game. So, let's stop crying because, a penalty which Ron Rivera...
Two, not 1, 2.
Which Ron Rivera didn't cry about, nor did Washington cry about.
What do you mean?
You're the only one crying about it.
Didn't I hear the post game? Now the post game.
Who? Chris Collinsworth? We're gonna listen to Chris fucking Collinsworth? Are you kidding me? He picked Washington to win the game. John Paul, up to you.
Yeah, up to you.
I honestly think the refs were it was bad all around that ref. It was a really, really nasty ref game. Yeah, the Leonard Williams pickup. Do I think he would have scored? I think he was a little far to score. But
he was far, but he was surrounded by Giants players. He would have went.
And he might have went far. Probably not would have scored, but he probably would have went. Yeah, I would have gave him a nice 20 yards that he would have gamed down or whatever. But what did irk me was that last play of the game where, I mean, you could physically see the wide receiver check off and go, "Hey, I'm good," and he's pointing at the spot. And I mean, refs got to do better, man. On both sides, it was shitty both ways, but they got to do better, man. If a wide receiver's checking, he's not telling you to give him the answer. Like, he's just asking, "Hey, man, before he hikes the ball, am I good?" You know. But yes, that was a bad call. There was a lot of iffy things in that game. A lot of iffy things in that game. But you know what, man? The refs have been sucking for the past 10 years. So, I mean, it's nothing to not to expect. It's just like we say all the time. I mean, Washington tried to put it into the referee's hands. And when you try to put it in the referee's hands, you never win. Okay. So.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens now. As of now, Washington Commanders are in playoffs. The Giants are on playoffs. All four of the NFC East teams are on playoffs right now as we speak, which is insanely shows you how tight it is right now, that division.
No, that just shows you how good that division is.
Yeah, that's
NFC East is probably the best division in the NFC right now.
Without a
doubt. There's no division. I think
they're best overall in NFL right now.
I'm going to be honest with you when I say this. All four of those teams going into the playoffs, I'd be scared to face all four teams. All four teams are going to do damage.
100%.
I mean, hopefully, we'll get into the Eagles, I'm assuming, later, but
yeah, we're gonna get to later. We got 3 other screw-up games we gotta talk about. We got 3 other screw-up games. Now let's go to the New England Patriots screw-up game. I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't know. You could have just kneeled the ball. But you didn't even throw for Hail Mary. You tried to do some type of slam bullshit, which went totally wrong. What's Bill Belichick's time over yet at New England after the season or even after that game?
No, I think Bill Belichick, with everything he's done and everything he's won, he signs his own contract when he wants to leave. And you don't win that many, you don't win that many championships. He's like Phil Jackson. You don't win that many, championships and get fired. You sign your own way out. And that hook and ladder play is so stupid. It really is. The lateraling here and the lateraling there. I mean, that is literally a play where you're down by a touchdown. You're trying to score, and it's the last absolute thing you could do. I think it was stupid.
So, John Paul, what would you do in that situation? Would you just kneel the ball? What have you done, buddy?
See, for me, I'm happy the Patriots lost. That's just me. But regardless of the fact, as Tony was saying, Phil Jackson's probably one of the winningest coaches in basketball history, which is amazing for him too. Applause. But also at the end of his career, he went downhill. And you could see that happening with Bill Belichick too. I give Bill one more year. If the season comes out where he doesn't make the playoffs, I think he calls it quits. I mean, I would. Listen, man, you had a hell of a career. You got 6 Super Bowl rings. I mean, that's more than enough. But for me, I would have. He's just getting up there, man. He had the equipment back when, with Brady and all those other guys, and now it's just hard. I mean, everyone thought Mac Jones was the truth, and maybe he still is. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's a great quarterback, but if you don't put the right stuff around him, it's going to go downhill. I mean, I've been through it, so.
You go through whatever you know. All right, so my thing now is, John Paul and Tony, there's a lot of rumors are cooking up now. Rumors are getting hotter and hotter every week now. Rumors in the air again that Brady might come back to Patriots one last year to end it off in New England. Do you guys see it happening? I know they went haywire. She went haywire before he left. They had a lot of rumors, a lot of drama coming out. Do you see Brady coming back home one last year to end it over, head him back home?
Can I take this one first, Tony?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Your division.
Well, first and foremost, there's a lot of talks. I don't know if you've heard rumors. There's 4 different that he's looking to go to. One is the Patriots. He did say he'd like to go back and play and end his career and do what he has to do there. Another team is the Carolina Panthers. He'd want to go there. Another team is the Saints. He said he would want to go there. And as shocked as I am to say this, and trust me, if he were to do it and win a Super Bowl here, I would call him the GOAT. He also said that the Jets are a possibility, which I doubt. I don't see that happening. But I mean, anything is possible. He's up there in age. Listen, I would take Tom Brady in a heartbeat. As much as I crack on him, again, he is probably the best quarterback any of us have ever seen. But in the long run, I don't want to ruin my quarterback's persistence, should I say, of getting to where he's got to go. Don't get me wrong. You want to learn, you learn from the great one, of course, 110%. And if he did come to the Jets, go ahead, man. Do it 1 year. See what you could do. If you could fucking take that team to a championship and win me a Super Bowl, I'll call you daddy all day.
Tony, what do you think, buddy?
So his time is definitely coming to an end there in Tampa Bay. It depends, on whether he just decides to walk out or if he finishes the season. Does he go back to New England? I don't know. I mean, once again, him and Belichick did not leave on good terms. They actually did not like each other very much. Robert Kraft, I know for a fact, would take him back in a heartbeat because he says, Tom Brady's like a son to him. Yeah, no shit. The guy's made you more money than, God knows what. I think Brady's best chance of doing anything would probably have to be with a team who's going to get a high draft pick on a quarterback. And Brady's coming in for a year, 2 years, so he can, teach the new guy, be the starter, but teach the new guy. Because all these quarterbacks who've played under Brady, except for Castle for some reason, even though he did well for a little bit, they've all excelled. So, I mean, that's what I see happening.
Okay. Now, let's say Brady makes a call and he says, I want to come to the Giants for a year. And that would you like
to
teach Daniel Jones the ropes?
No. What does he need to teach this kid the ropes for?
I'm not saying like show him like you're gonna be with the gold quarterback.
Show him what? Brady would not be able to win with the wide receivers we have. Daniel Jones is winning with the wide receivers we have.
Without doubt.
Oh, and just an additional stat: we are the lowest rated team when it comes to turnovers. The closest team next to us is Philadelphia. So, I mean, I don't want any other quarterback right now. I want the Giants to sign this kid to a franchise tag, and I want everyone to stay the fuck away.
Okay. It's funny that you mentioned Philadelphia. Philadelphia is in a little bit of crisis.
Not a crisis. They're going to let this kid rest. Let's not go crazy. They're going to rest this kid the rest of the season.
Can you let me finish?
But you're saying crisis. There's no crisis. They're going to let this kid. They're going to let this kid. They're going to let this kid rest the rest of the way because they're going to get the bye anyway. They're going to rest the kid the rest of the way.
They didn't win the division. They didn't even win the division yet, Tony. What are you talking about, bro? They're not.
Yeah,
they didn't win the division yet. Dallas going to win it. If they lose, they lose. Take 3 more games and they lose against Dallas. Dallas will pick that division up.
Eagles.
Dallas doesn't Dallas. How many losses does Dallas have? 4?
3.
Washington. The Eagles have 1 game to clinch. They have to clinch for 1 game. Actually, I think Dallas does have 4 losses because it's week 14. So yeah.
Yeah, no shit. I know I'm right. What's the matter with you?
But regardless, the Eagles have to win 1 more game to clinch home field and clinch the division. They've clinched a playoff spot. They have not clinched division or home field yet. So technically speaking, the division for 1 is still up for grabs. So you figure if you sit Jalen Hurts for the next, what do we got? 3 weeks left, right? You sit him for the next 3 weeks, right? And you lose out. And Dallas wins out. Dallas takes the division and probably the number 1 spot. You see what I mean? They have to get that 1 win under their belt, and I don't think they're going to do it with Gardner Minshew. I actually think if push. No,
I believe Philly still has. I believe Philly still has the division record, even if Dallas does win out and Eagles lose out. I believe Philly still takes it. They have the division record.
Well, no. Not if Dallas beats them this week. Then the whatchamacallit split.
I gotta check that.
It's a split. I want to say Dallas only lost 1 division game, and that was to the Eagles. So if they beat the Eagles, that means that the Eagles would have lost 2 division games because they lost to Washington.
Yo. Yeah. That means Philadelphia.
That means that Dallas would be in first and they would win the division and the Eagles would be out. I think, honestly, the Philadelphia Eagles are a hair bit scared of getting Jalen Hurts hurt. The simple reason I'm saying that is because a lot of guys from Dallas that were hurt in the preseason are coming back this week. A lot of guys are coming back this week, including Randy Gregory, who's another. I mean, he's offense, but still, I mean, you're talking about this team coming up a little bit more revamped than they were, and especially coming off of a bad loss that they had this week. Dude, they're going to come out and want to trash somebody. They're not messing around. You know what I mean? They let Jacksonville, I mean, come back being up that high. I mean, granted, it wasn't as bad as the Indianapolis game, but
we're gonna get to that one. We're gonna get to that screw up.
But either way, I think Dallas comes into this game with a vengeance, and I think they put a hurting on the Eagles, especially with Jalen Hurts being out.
But do you think Dallas? Do you really strongly believe now with Jalen Hurts out? Do you think Dallas has a big of a chance of winning the top seed now?
It all depends on how long he's out for. I think they're not going to play him this week because then next week they have a softer game, if that makes sense. This is their last tough game, is the Eagles. I think they have the one game against the Giants still left to go.
Yeah.
But I think that's the last game of the season. So I think they're going to sit him this week, let him play next week, and then sit him against the Giants. That's what I think is going to happen because I think they're going to win. I said it a couple weeks ago that Philly was going to take the division and probably the number 1 seed, which isn't good for Philly because if you look back when they won the number 1 seed last time, they went into the second round and they wound up getting spanked badly. But regardless, I think that's what they're doing. They're sitting him just because of the case of him possibly getting hurt. And they figure let's put him in against a weaker team so that at least we get the win, we get the division, we get another bye.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay. Tony, what do you think over there, buddy?
I'm just trying to figure out what does the tiebreaker come down to?
Division, why?
So, I mean, if Eagles lose out and Cowboys win through, they'll both have the same exact division record. They would both beat each other once. What does it come down to?
Then it goes by cross-conference record. Who they beat. I mean, then it would go to Philly. But they said it on ESPN this morning that if this were to happen to be a more major injury than we think to Jalen Hurts, that Dallas can still take the division. That's exactly what they said coming from their words. Listen, now this is ESPN. I'm no Ian Rappaport here, but that's what they said. They said that that if Dallas were to win out and Philly were to lose out, because you also got to see, because Philly would have lost to all 3 teams in the division. They would have lost to the Giants, the Eagles, and the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Redskins. The Commanders.
Then the divisional record would drop. Then
their division record dropped. Dallas would only have 2 division losses.
Yeah, they would have 3. The Commanders, Eagles. So then the Eagles and Dallas will take it then. Yeah, that's a tiebreaker right there, Tony. If the Eagles lose 3 out, all 3 divisional games, and Dallas wins out, they're going to go with the divisional record. Right there, bada bing, bada boom.
No, shut up. Don't say that shit.
Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Now let's talk about another horrible loss this week. I think this coach might not be coaching no more. This is the worst loss, worse than the peak out throwing the ball on the 1-yard line. Now, you're up 33 points. 33 points. Matt Ryan, I feel bad for you, pal. You're part of the biggest screw-up games ever. Who do you guys blame for this screw-up? The 33-point screw-up drop? The Jeff Saturday? Matt Ryan? Who goes to blame to?
Indianapolis' defense. It's
Yeah,
very
the players play the game. The coaches don't. And this guy's not even a coach, man. I mean, he's never coached anywhere. You know, it sucks all the way around.
Indianapolis's defense played like shit. Their offense played phenomenal. Their defense played like trash. All right. You do not let a team I mean, granted, you're playing one of the higher scoring teams in the league. I get it. But when you're up 33 points at halftime, listen, baby, you're doing something wrong if you let that team come back and spank you. Because that's exactly what that was. That was a whooping that they got in the second half. A whooping. A whooping. And it's just, I can't blame Jeff Saturday because he did what he had to do. His team was up by 33 points. His players let up. I don't blame Jeff.
He's in charge of the ship, though, Japo. He's in charge of the ship.
I understand
he's an interim coach. He's not in charge of anything. He's like Gilligan. He's like Gilligan on the boat. The skipper's the skipper. He's Gilligan. Matter.
You're a coach, though. You're still in charge. That's your team right there, Tony. You are in charge of that.
He's the interim
that team
coach.
Goes down, you go down. That team goes up, you go up.
He knows he's not even the coach next year. He knows that already. He's the interim. He stepped in.
3-point lead, bro.
He's the coach for just a couple games.
No, you don't play, but still that's not an excuse to blow 33-point lead, Tony.
Yeah, no, because Jeff Saturday put on pads and he went out there and he played.
But Tony, you're the charge. That's Tony. If you see, you're the charge of that shit, bro. Who's in charge of the team? The head coach.
Okay, good. So when the other team scored 21 points, Jeff Saturday went over to his defense and said, "Hey guys, can you start playing the fucking game?" You know what they said? We don't care.
Jumbo, what do you got on this one?
I agree. The players are the ones that play. Granted, yeah, the coach is going to get heat for it because it's the coach. Of course, he's going to get the heat. That's what a coach is there for. I'm being honest with you. Coaches don't mean anything anymore. Coaches are there to get the blame. They take the blame. Because obviously nowadays fucking players don't take the fucking blame.
Same exact thing in baseball. Same exact thing.
If it was me, I'd bench that entire defense for letting up fucking 33 points. A 33-point lead, you can't hold on to a 33-point lead? That's like your teacher telling you, hey, man, if you answer what 2 + 2 is, I'll give you an A for the entire semester. You don't have to do shit else. And they turned around and said, the answer 2 + 2 is 6. You understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
They ruined that game. You can't blame just Jeff Saturday. Don't get me wrong. A little bit of blame goes on him, but a lot of the blame's got to go on the defensive coordinator, who is ass. And they said that. He's trash. He's horrible. He's going to get dropped also this year.
So
110%.
Here's what the real problem is, right? So John Paul, if me and you were given the opportunity to coach that team, either you were the head coach or either you were the offensive defensive coordinator, we know that they're openly looking to replace us at the jobs. We're literally intern. What the fuck do we care? They're openly looking to replace us. What do I care?
No, I hear you. I do.
You're gonna get downgraded if you want to go somewhere else. You're not gonna have. Well, you're gonna have to end up as a QB's coach. That's why you care. Because you get
He's never coached anywhere, dude. He's never coached anywhere.
You said the offensive coordinator.
I'm saying if we're given that position, right? I've never coached anywhere. John Paul's never coached anywhere.
I wouldn't care. I would. I'll 100% care if I want to make a career out of this. Why would I not care, Tony? Why would I not care? My name's important.
Why? Because Jeff Saturday's probably made $20 million in his career. It's not a career for him. At this point, it's just finding something else to do.
I know, Tony, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to, if I'm being a coach, I'm not going to have my name attached to the biggest screw-up game ever.
Vince Lombardi.
I wouldn't call that the biggest screw-up game ever. The biggest screw-up game ever is the Jets-Miami Monday night game. That was the biggest screw-up game.
No, the biggest screw-up game is Seattle.
Go kiss my ass.
How do you not handle?
Go kiss my ass. I know you got to say that shit. Go kiss my ass.
I'm sorry. I mean, is Pete Carroll not the biggest?
No. The biggest screw-up game is freaking Matt Ryan blowing that lead in the Super Bowl. 28-3.
What happened was,
once again, you're not handing off to the best running back on your
team.
What
happened? 28-3 up to 28 points.
You still lost. What happened was Pete Carroll was down on his knees like this, going run the and he just tap. and the guy thought he said pass because he dropped his gum out of his mouth.
Okay, I can't. Oh God! All right, man. Let's see what happens now. Just Saturday,
That is the worst call ever in football.
Yeah.
Carroll.
Yes. We're gonna forget about the butt fumble where freaking Mark Sanders went up his teammate's ass.
Yeah, no. The coach told Mark, "Hey, Mark, run into that guy." I said the coach's
that wasn't a call.
mistake is Pete Carroll.
Yeah. Okay, Chicken Little. All right, Tony, you ready for weekly picks, buddy? You ready for scores?
Are we already going to that fast? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, time is flying by.
We have nothing else to talk about.
No, we don't want to.
I do have something to talk about.
What?
So Sammy Watkins, before the Green Bay game, was let go. What the frig happened there?
What do you mean what happened? That's NFL power. Every players get released left and right.
Sammy Watkins?
Yeah,
Like you played.
Huh?
Like he would know because he played.
Yeah. And then I don't know what the hell the Giants are doing. Why did we not pick that guy up? Immediately he went to the Ravens.
Because you guys don't have the money.
I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
You guys only have the money to pick up me.
Why would they want to? What are they going to pick you
We
up?
don't have a forklift to pick you up. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you going to be? What are you going to be? Their mascot?
Yeah. All right, Tony. What do we got over there, buddy?
Or he could be the ball.
So
around.
I keep telling you guys the cream rises to the top.
Oh, who cares?
It always does. But John Paul, you were loser this week.
Oh, I don't care.
7 wins. Umir, you follow with 8 wins. David was right behind me with 11. And
hold on. I thought you said the other day that it would fall between the Green Bay and the Rams game.
It did.
I chose Green Bay. I didn't choose the Rams.
Yeah, Umir chose the Rams. If you would have won, if he would it was messed up.
So then I came last. He came
last. Came with 8 wins.
No, ready?
I'm confused.
Ready, John Paul?
You don't have to go over the game.
You have the 60.
We're gonna go.
You have the 69ers.
We got it, pal. We don't got no thing here. We got live flip. Shut up over there. Shut up.
I have no life. Where are you going?
Yeah, shut up. Let's go.
I got 12 victories, boys and girls.
I gotta rewatch the tape.
Take my picks. Not this little kid.
I gotta rewatch the tape because I gotta see how he got the wins now. It's just some pure. We have a scandal over here. The Tony scandal.
I told you a million times. You guys don't believe me. You can start writing it down your goddamn self.
Yeah, I don't believe the Tony scandal.
And start breaking my fucking balls every Saturday night, Sunday night. Hey, where do we stand? Fuck you. Live your life.
Yeah. All right, Tony, we're gonna set up with you, buddy. Jackson versus Jets.
Hold on, man. Let me kind of get ready to ask my brother.
All right, Tony, John Paul, this is your team right here. Jets versus Jaguars in New York.
It's going to be a very sloppy game and a lot of rain. I think the Jets pull it out, though. I take the Jets.
Okay. John Paul? Tony?
Wilson's playing, right?
Yeah.
He played a good game last week, man. I hate that they're shitting all over this kid. I'm going Jets also.
You got Trevor Lawrence, who just came back from a victory against Dallas. I'm going to go with Jets as well. I think the Jets can pull it up. The Jets got playoffs in the future, looking like. All right, Falcons versus the Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens as well.
Lions versus Panthers. Lions. That's your brother.
What? No, it wasn't me.
That was you burping on the show, pal.
That was not me.
Buddy, your camera lit up green on my side when you freaking made that noise. Shut up.
While your camera lit up green, you must have been clapping your ass over.
No, that was you, buddy.
I'm going to take the Panthers in this game.
Okay, Tony, who you got?
I got to go Lions.
Okay, I got Lions as well, like I said before. All right, Seahawks versus Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, buddy. Oh.
This is a hard one.
Oh, boy. Man, because
City.
Man, because of what Houston did to them, I don't know if I could do that. Man.
I'm going to go Seahawks.
Oof. Oh Lord, I'm gonna go Kansas City too. I guess. Oh man, that's gonna be a shitty game.
Next game, we got the Saints versus the Browns. Tony, here we go, buddy.
Oh, Tricky. Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm taking Cleveland also.
I'm taking Cleveland as well. So I don't know what the Saints got going in that future. Next game, we got the Texans versus the Titans. Big divisional game right here.
Texans versus the Titans?
Yes.
Titans.
Buddy, Texans have been playing lights out for 3 straight weeks. Oh my God, my head wants me to go Texans so bad.
I mean, there's a big head over there.
Where are they playing?
In Tennessee, and it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. It's a cold weather game.
All right, I'm gonna take Tennessee then.
I'm gonna go Tennessee as well because of the weather, because it's gonna be freezing cold. Then we got the Bengals versus the Patriots. The Bengals just had a very big comeback game against the GOAT Tom Brady. They're going against the Patriots who...
Shut up, Cincy.
Cincinnati.
What did he say? What did he say?
Oh, shit.
I'm going to go Cincinnati as well. I don't know why these two clowns are laughing. I think I missed the joke. Next game we got, this is the game that's going to give Tony a heart attack. The big Saturday night game, the big Saturday 1 o'clock game on Christmas Eve. We got the New York Giants playing the Vikings in Minnesota. Playoffs are on the line. Playoffs are on the line. Tony, who you going with, buddy? We don't got all day.
So I would have said Minnesota because this is an extremely tough game. But Xavier McKinney may be on the field on Saturday. He's going to be playing with a cast on, but he might be on the field. And like I said, he was going to be very close to being Defensive Player of the Year before he got hurt. Also, Tay Crowder was let go, which means Landon Collins is going to be starting the rest of the way. G-men, baby.
Okay, Tony, John Paul?
Man. Oh, boy.
You said you like little boys?
No. I'm going to have to go with the Vikings on this one. I like the Vikings here.
Because you guys had no wide receivers, and you guys are playing Minnesota at home, especially after what they did last week, I got the Minnesota Vikings winning this game. They got the edge. Next game we got is the Bills versus the Chicago Bears.
Bills.
Then we got the Washington Commanders versus the 49ers. And I believe the 49ers quarterback is injured. They do not have a quarterback as we speak right now. The new kid, whoever the draft they picked up, he is injured. He's limited at prop. Brock Purdy might not be playing this game. Brock Purdy.
Didn't they say that last week too, and that's why I picked against them?
Yeah. He's limited at practice this week.
I'm going with the 69ers.
I'm going with the 49ers as well.
I'm going to go with Washington in this game.
Okay. Next game we got is a big game. Big game in the John Paul Monica household. We got the Eagles coming to play Dallas Cowboys. John Paul, I'm going to go with you first, buddy. Who y'all winning?
I said this before after the Eagles beat the Cowboys at home at Ford Field. I'm sorry, not Ford Field. What's the name of that field over there? What is it? Lincoln Financial Field. I apologize to any Philly fans that are watching. Lincoln Financial Field, that one day we're going to come to Dallas, they were going to wind up losing. And I'm going to stick to that. I think Dallas Cowboys beat the Philadelphia Eagles this weekend.
I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game. I think Gardner Minshew is going to get the job done. The Minshew magic. Yeah, now you're making that noise again, jackass. Again. He's making that noise over there. Tony, why the hell you look like you're constipated, bro? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Because this game has me constipated.
He doesn't know who
so Dallas, the past 2 weeks, have nearly lost 2 games. They lost one against teams that I don't believe are very good. Houston and Jags. I got to go with Cowboys because Hurts is not out, not playing. I got to go Cowboys.
Okay. Next game, we got the Raiders versus Steelers. Raiders are coming to Steelers' household.
I mean, Pittsburgh sucks, but so do the Raiders.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go Raiders anyway.
I'm going to go Steelers. Pittsburgh, please.
I'm going to go with the Raiders. I think they need the wins. Next game we got is the Green Bay Packers versus Miami Dolphins. Green Bay's back alive again. Green Bay's back alive again.
Oh boy.
Where are they playing? They're playing in Miami, right?
Yeah.
I gotta go Miami.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go with Rodgers, Packers.
Oh. I'm also gonna go with Miami as much as that hurts me.
Okay. Next game we got is the Broncos versus the Rams. Both teams are eliminated from playoffs. I don't even know what.
I don't care. Tony, just put somebody down for me. I don't give a shit. This game means nothing. Broncos, Rams, they're both ass.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think the Broncos are gonna win.
Give me the Broncos. Yeah.
Give me the Broncos too then.
Of course you're gonna take the Broncos.
The next game we got the Buccaneers with the Cardinals. Cardinals are out of playoffs.
I think Tom Brady has to win. I think Bucks.
I'm gonna go Buccaneers as well.
We have too many games.
Baby.
We have too many games together, boys.
All right, next game. You got Buccaneers as well?
Yeah.
Next game we got the Chargers versus the Colts.
Colts win that game.
I got Chargers.
I don't think they get embarrassed that bad again. I think the Colts come out and they make little mincemeat out of the Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers. I'm sorry.
All right, guys. Hope all of you out there have a good Merry Holidays. Have a good Hanukkah. Have a good Christmas. Have a good Kwanzaa. And we'll see you guys back next week.
Festivus for the rest of us.
What?
Happy Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah, happy Festivus, whatever's out there. I hope you all have a great holidays within your families. We'll be back next week again before the New Year's. And man, oh man, hopefully there's another great week of football.
Everybody.